the Invincible stuff is getting crazy, and we were talking. I think it was you, Leg, that was talking about the Larry's variant last week. Well, a 9.8 of the Larry's variant sold for $12.30.
Of course. Why the fuck do I talk about things?
The last thing, you guys might think I'm a little crazy for this, but I'll tell you what. When I first got back into the game, man, I saw these books, and this was a year and a half ago. I was already priced out. The book was over $1,000, and I was like, yeah, it's not happening. But I was like, you know what? With Robert Kirkman and the success that he's having on The Walking Dead, and the price that these books are going for, man, I think they're gonna do something with it. And sure enough, he's got an animation coming out for Invincible. And I was kind of surprised that he went the animation route, but I'm thinking he's trying to see if these do well. This could be another one of those, what is it, Boys on Netflix or Amazon. Anyway, this could be in that vein, man. Like I said, I wasn't able to get that #1, but I did the research, and I thought these were a nice alternative.
That's insane.
Right. Wait, it was best offer though? Did we get?
Yeah, check that best offer. Man, I remember selling these for like $150.
God. You know, now everybody's looking at scarcity. I was thinking about that a while ago, and I was like, you know what? This has an opportunity to increase in value. And I was getting these. I was buying 9/8s, man. Buying these for a little or nothing. Under 100. Easy. Easy.
1,046.
Still a lot.
Wow.
Still $1,000 for that, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. But dude, it was printed at the same time. It's the only variant. The only difference is a fucking logo on there.
And like I said, back when I was specking on these and was looking at these, you know, it just it checked off all the boxes, man. It came out right around the same time as the first print did. And what I really liked about it was that they were limited. This is limited to 1,000.
There's a weird story, dude, that I heard Larry tell about whether or not it was reprinted and how it got taken to cons and all kinds of shit.
And then there was a couple 9.6s that sold
originally solicited as 1,000 copies, or maybe as many as 1,600 in circulation. So it's a variant of #1 that came out at the same time with only 1,000 to 1,600 copies. It's the most. It's extremely undervalued. Like that to me.
There was a bunch of sales of high grade copies of Invincible #1 that sold for a lot of money over the week. So that book is just on fire.
Mm-hmm. This might be one where this is still affordable, man. And like I said, if you priced out of that other one, this has a lot of potential. And you know, like I said, I got in. I've got a couple of these under 100, and I even got this. I got a CGC 9.8 signature series. This was a little bit more than 100, of course, but like I said, man, I thought these were a great pickup, and I still think they're a great pickup.
I don't see it.
The back covers,
I think it's the most undervalued book in comics. It's the most undervalued book in comics, dude.
The back covers are valued book in comics, dude. Yeah.
Ronaldo.
What? What? Bro, what?
State of the art.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, 666, coming at you with another comic book haul video. So check this out. I hope everybody, first and foremost, enjoyed their Memorial Day weekend. Hope you got the chance to spend some time with the family, maybe put a little meat on the grill, enjoy that weather. Anyway, let's get started with this, man. First up, I was doing a little research on Bruce Timm just to see what I could run across. And check this out. This is Commandy Challenge, issue number 1. This is a Bruce Timm cover. This came out in 2017. So when I was looking at this, I started looking at the other issues, and I was surprised, man. They got some just fantastic artists on this. So you know me. I said, let me dig a little bit more into this. And come to find out, when they decided to do this, in each issue, they use a new creative team. We're talking writer and artist. And what was dope about this is that I read, when you get to the last couple of pages and you read what the creative team had to say about the book, well, you find out that a lot of these people, they wanted to take part in this project. They wanted to pay homage to Jack Kirby. This character is a Jack Kirby character. They really wanted to take part in this. So the idea behind this, man, when I started reading this, it's a fun story. Very kind of campy. I think that's the word that I want to use. What they wanted to do was, at the end of each book, right, they would put Commandy in a life or death situation, and it would be up to the next group, the next team, to figure out not only a way to get him out of it, but put him in another challenge for the next creative team. And I thought that was a smooth idea. Kind of reminds me of what they might be doing with that, what's that new book that's out? Exquisite Corpses. I think they're going to do something like that as well. Anyway, I want to show you guys some of these covers. I'm not going to call out every artist. Hopefully you guys will recognize these or some of the work. If you're interested, I definitely recommend, man, checking it out. Anyway, let me show you some of these variants. Check this out. Dope book. I think, hold on. Yeah, this is also a issue 1. This is a Jack Kirby homage. We got issue 2. We've got issue 3. That's an obvious call out. That's Amanda Connor. There's another issue 3, the Commandy Challenge. Issue 4. This is also issue 4. This is Paul Pope. Issue 5. Another dope cover for issue 5. We got issue 6. Another variant for issue 6. Issue 7. I want to say this is Dan Jurgens. And I believe the writer is it Raymond? Bennett or Bennett. I can't remember. Anyway, just a dope cover. Oh, check this out. This is what really made me start looking. Can you guys guess who did this cover? I'll give you a minute. That cover art is by Jim Lee. Just a dope cover. Another issue 8. Like I said, if you guys are curious about who did these, just go check them out, man. Like I said, the story is pretty cool. If you've never read or know anything about Kamandi, it's like he's in a post-apocalypse, Planet of the Apes type world where animals run the planet. Issue 9. This is a Kevin Eastman cover. Nice. Another issue 9. This says by Bucky, which is a tribute to Kirby. Issue 10. Like I said, it was a really fun read, man. I highly recommend it. If you want something that's fun, just kind of like is an adventure, every issue. And like I said, every issue is very different. You might enjoy this. Another issue 10 variant. Issue 11. I got the variant for issue 11 in a 4-pack comic bundle. And like I said, or if I didn't say, this is a 12 part series. Here's the final issue in this run, issue number 12. Dig that cover. Another issue 12. And the last one, Kamandi Challenge, issue number 12. Like I said, this came out in 2017. This was basically a tribute to Jack Kirby. And they also talk about, it's really fun reading writer's notes, because they have a lot of good things to say, talking about Jack Kirby, talking about his writing style, just the passion that he brought to everything that he did. Like I said, man, I highly recommend it. Check it out. All right, let's officially get into this haul. Now that you've saw something that I was reading that I wanted to pass on. And what better way to start this haul video than with this? Kamandi, The Last Boy on Earth, issue number 1. Jack Kirby. This came out in 1972. You can find this in your LCS. It's not an expensive book. Not anything that people is specking on. That's for sure. But you just want a nice, what is this, Bronze Age? Copper? I think bronze. Bronze, copper. Anyway, just a dope book from 1972. Some Jack Kirby goodness. All right, let me grab my books so we can get in this haul. I think you guys might enjoy this haul video. So this is Catwoman, issue number 52, Joshua Middleton. Shout out to the man Goat99 for turning me on to this, as well as Wonder Woman. I've shown a bunch of these, issue number 750s. I've seen this many times, and it never dawned on me that this was a Joshua Middleton variant cover. This is Middleton doing the 1940s. And look at this. How I missed it, I don't know. Yeah, cover by Joshua Middleton. I've seen this, I don't know how many times. Like I said, I've shown a bunch of these, issue number 750s. This is like a milestone or commemorative, or, just reaching 750 issues. They did a bunch of covers for this issue. Finally got this. Shadow Man, issue number 13. I want to say this is the first appearance of Punk Mambo. And also got the variant. This was a kind of pricey book maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Now they're finally starting to show up, and they're going for low or nothing. There is a variant, an incentive variant, I believe, for this issue. I think that still costs or goes for quite a bit. Anyway, Shadow Man, issue number 13. Just a nice little pickup. Oh, finally got the final issue of this. We got Grommets, issue number 7. The 1 in 10. I've said it before. Every time I got a new issue that I enjoyed this read. Just it was a nice little timepiece read. For those who grew up at this time, you definitely got that. You got that nostalgia bug. Just a nice little series, man. I enjoyed it. Anyway, this is Grommets issue number 7, the 1 in 10. So, I told you guys that I wanted to get all the 1 in 10s, and mission accomplished. This was the last one that I needed for this title. This is Silk issue number 3. Just a dope cover. Kind of hard to find. I've never seen this out and about, and I've been looking for a while. Maybe you guys have seen it. I don't know, but anyway, just a nice little pickup. This is by Tony Daniels. Oh, so here's a book that I've been just watching. Well, I've been watching this title because I thought that it might be a pretty good pickup, something to have. I believe as it goes, well, let me just show the book. Check this out. This is Sailor Moon issue number 2. I want to say this came out in 1998, or I think it's 98. Don't quote me on it. Go do your research. But this was one of the first animes, I believe, that really kicked off in the United States back in the day. I don't know. I just think this is a really good play. I've been looking at that issue number 1, but there aren't a lot that for first print anyway that I'm seeing out there. There's a second print. You can find those pretty regularly online. I think they actually put the second prints in comic bags, and people are selling those. But that first print in a high grade, if you want that, you're gonna have to pay to play. Trying to find a nice raw copy. The spine is they're beat up. I don't know if they just weren't taken care of, if people were reading them, maybe a little both. But anyway, this might seem to you guys like a strange pickup, but for me, sometimes you never know what I'm thinking about. And the more I thought about it, I just think this is a nice little play, something to have in your box, just to pick it up and put it away. Anyway, I thought this was a beautiful cover. I was able to get this. Like I said, this is Sailor Moon issue number 2, the first print. Oh, I got to tell a little story about this. So a few months back, I went to a local little dealer show, and I was going through the boxes. I was going through their $10 boxes, their $10 books, and I saw this. Check it out. This is Mirka and Dolfo's Unnatural, issue number 9. So I saw it, skimmed over it, came back, picked it up, looked at it, put it back, kept going through the books, came back. I was like, man, There's something about this, right? And the more I kept looking at it, man, I was like, yeah, I got to get this. Took it home and kept looking at it. I was like, I can't believe I almost left this book. This is an exclusive, I believe. This is just a really beautifully drawn and colored cover by Sabine Rich. I want to say this came out in like 2019 out of Image Comics. Image Comics. Anyway, I couldn't look at this enough, and even sitting here looking at it now, you guys be the judge. You make your own choices, of course, but I don't know, man. I'm thinking one day more people are gonna see this with a different eyes, and this could make people want this. I think this is a beautifully drawn book. Just she did an outstanding job on this. I can't say it enough. It caused me to go and look at some of her other stuff, and in comparison to this, a lot of it doesn't even compare. She's a great artist. Don't get me wrong, she really is. But I looked at a lot of her covers, and I couldn't find anything that compared to this, except for as far as the masterful job that she did. It was like she must have been on something. She must have been on one, because she was feeling it when she laid this down the paper, man. She was feeling this. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful cover. And like I said, anyway, when I was looking at it, different covers, I only found 2 other covers that I thought were comparable. One I'm still trying to find, but here's another one. Check this out. So this is Vengeance of Vampirella, issue number 1. This came out in 2019, and I want to say this is limited to 500 copies. This is another just spectacular Sabine Rich Virgin variant. And like I said, this is the only other book of her artwork that I think compares. There's one more I got to get, but I don't know. I don't have words right now to describe. I don't want to say cartoonish, but there's like a cartoonish element along with a, I don't know. Is it like I don't know, when it's like you compare it to like other artists, J. Scott Campbell, David Nakayama. I don't know what you would call their art styles. Maybe as a community, we need to, or maybe there's something out there. I need to do some research so we can start talking about these different artists and their styles, and what it is that makes artists work stand out, why it's different, what it can be compared to. Like I said, man, these are just 2 fantastic covers, just beautiful artwork. Sabine Rich. Speaking of Vampirella, we've got a Art Germ, issue number 2, a book that just came out. Check this out. This is Vampirella, issue number 677. Just beautiful Jay Anceletto, black and white. You know, I've talked about his pencils before and how much I really dig them. I think that this guy is underrated, man, especially when it comes to his pencils. I can't believe more people aren't talking about just how good his stuff is and why we aren't seeing his stuff trend more often. This is just a fantastic book. Just fantastic. So, I had to pick up that Vampirella, issue number 676, Mark Spears. They came out with these, and of course, you know how Dynamite does, the different colors, the chrome, the monochrome, the black and white, the foil. Anyway, I picked those up. As well as, this is what I wanted really, the 1 in 20 Virgin variant. Fantastic. And I wasn't going to get this. This came out also last week, just like that Anceletto. But when I saw it on the shelf, I was like, man, let me go ahead and get this. This is Vampirella, issue number 677, Mark Spears. And this was also on the shelf, the 1 in 10 for the Mark Spears. So, I had to go ahead and get them. Had to get them. But the real thing that I wanted, well, before that, I talked about these a while ago, and I was waiting till my other one came in, but, I had to get this. This is at Vampirella, issue number 675, Jenny Frizzen. I talked about these in another haul video. Just beautiful. Beautiful. And of course, I got that incentive. Just a dope book. Well, that might not have been the incentive. That might have been the one where you had to pay extra for the Virgin variant. But then they also came out this, and this is what I really wanted last week. This is also Vampirella, issue number 677, the Jenny Frizzen. Just another fantastic Frizzen. So brother got him a few of those. And this is the incentive. This is the 1 in 20 Virgin variant, as well as they came out with a 1 in 25 foil. So, I had to get those. Just nice, man. Jenny Frizzen, just killing it. So let's change up gears a little bit. I got something interesting for you guys that I found out there. So before I show those, check this out. Can't say that I'm into sketch variants or sketchbooks, but if I see something that I like, or if it's an artist that I like, I might consider it. And I did just that with this Mike Hoffman 100 Femme Fatales, signed by Hoffman. Just that's a dope cover, a black and white. Just a dope black and white. That cover, or this artwork, is on, what is it, Captain Bluebush, issue number 1. I still have yet to find that. Hopefully one of these days I'll find it. So like I said, changing gears. I got these little mini comics or mini books, graphic novels, whatever you want to call them, that I want to show. First up, check this out. Another Mike Hoffman. This is the Wild Wild West. Just a dope lady. What is it? Tarantula? Nice. Nice little pickup. So when I ran into this, right, check this out. I was out there looking for some Bruce Timm, and I came across this. For those of you who don't know, Bruce Timm, the name of this company to put this out is Griffin Double Novel. There was a bunch of Bruce Timm, I forget what they're called, covers that he did back in his early days. Those go for quite a bit. I saw a set come up, and I thought maybe brother would get a shot at sniping. That thing went for almost, it was like a set of 7 or 8 books. These little mini books, right? They were Bruce Timm covers. I think they went the set went for almost $700. Just crazy. Anyway, when I was looking for some of these, I ran across this. This is the Vig, issue number 1. This came out in like 1988. This is a Wilbur something cover. And speaking of Griffin Publishing, check this out. I also was able to get these. And, well, let me just go ahead and show these covers. Check them out. These are detective story magazines. This came out in 1988. These are self-published. Some really interesting and cool little pickups, I thought. This is issue number 2. And when I got these, I also found out I actually bought from Griffin, the guy that published this books. He actually did a variant. I don't know if it was he just wanted to test it out in blue, and he wanted to test it out in white before he finally decided on publishing issue number 2 in yellow. But this blue and this white, issue number 2, these are 1-of-1 variants. So just a nice little pickup. Also got issue number 3. Like I said, man, these are just some really cool covers for 1988 into the early 90s. Also got issue number 4. Issue number 5. Issue number 6. Issue number 7. Issue number 8. Now, you might be asking yourself, I mean, this is just some really cool little pickups. What made you decide to pick these up? Well, there's a story behind this. The guy that owned Griffin Publishing, he is the first guy that put Bruce Timm on. And as a matter of fact, I haven't heard anybody say this or talk about it, but Bruce Timm's first cover was done on this little run. And that was in the final book in this little run, issue number 9, Detective Stories Magazine. This is Bruce Timm's first cover work. Just nice little pickup. So seeing what those other Hard Boiled, that's what those little mini comics magazines went for, that I was saying about, for almost $700 for like 8 issues. What do you think his first cover work might go for? I don't know. Could go for a little nothing. When people find out about it, it could go for a lot. Who knows? But anyway, check it out. Just in case you're wondering, see that BT? That's Bruce Timm. Bruce Timm's first cover art was on Detective Story magazines. I want to say this was like the late 80s, early 90s. Just a nice little pickup. And while I was out there on my Bruce Timm hunt, check this out. This popped up. This is Black Forbidden Things, Cryptical Secrets from the Crypt of Cthulhu. Edited by Robert Price. This came out in 1989. This is not typical Bruce Timm artwork. This is, it's all about his beautiful women. Just his fantastic drawings that he does in that Batman the animated series comic style. But you know, he's cut his chops doing other things, and this is just this might be a rare, hard to find book. This isn't a comic. This is like a small little novel. I forget what they call these little small books like this, but anyway, there's some things that he's done that are out there. I've seen other people talking about it, but this was a nice little pickup. No telling what this could go for later on the secondary market. Bruce Timm, completionist. You never know. But if you do run across this, you might want to think about picking it up. Anyway, this is Black Forbidden Things, Cryptical Secrets from the Crypt of Cthulhu. Just dope early Bruce Timm. All right, so we're just about there. Let me grab my last stack. So you guys already know one of the things about me, you just never know what you're going to see on my channel, what I'm going to show. So I got something for you. Check this out. I was surprised when I saw this pop up. It might have been on a Hot 10. Might have been on Mr. Long Short's Long Story Short. I don't know where I saw it, but there was a mini Spawn comic book that popped up that I was shocked at some of the sale prices and some of the asking prices. Right now on eBay, they're like $294s. It might be My Comic Shop. They're asking like, I think $1,400. Just wow. Might even be $1,200. Just crazy. But you know, this is for Spawn, another Spawn #1 variant. It came out in a DVD. And so, you know, me, that was like challenge accepted. I had to find it. So check it out. Your boy ran it down. This is Spawn, the animated collection, the 10th anniversary signature edition that was released by Best Buy. It contains all 18 episodes of the Spawn animated series, and it says here that there are also over 3 hours of bonus content. So check it out. It's still sealed. I just threw it in a bag, but it's still sealed. It still has the Best Buy stickers on it, the price tag on it. This was just a fantastic little find right here. And this is what has that limited edition Spawn #1 that people are asking to grip. So that means that at the time back when they bought this, let me see. Oh, this came out in 2007. That's right. People had no value. They didn't value it, so they were beat up to try and find a nice high-grade copy. Good luck. I figured the best way to find a high-grade copy is to find the DVD, still sealed. So this was just a dope little find. So if you guys run across this, you know, don't take my word for it. Go online and see what people are asking on eBay for this. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know what they say about those Spawn collectors? They're crazy. They got to have it. So just a nice little pickup. Speaking of a dope pickup, I had to get this. Let me take it out the bag. I know I was going to eventually pick it up, but I figure it's better now than later. Especially, I told you guys I've been reading Bitterroot, The Second Coming. So I had to go ahead and do it. Check it out. I picked up Bitterroot, issue number 1. This is the first series. They came out in 2018. Brother picked him up CGC 9.8. Just a nice pickup. Had to do it. Had to do it. Had to do it. Speaking of had to do it, I've been looking at this book for a while. I mean, a while. This came out in 2023, so it's been online for a while. Finally, I just decided to go ahead and pick it up. It was at the right price, and I just said to myself, this is at a 9.9. I just thought it was in that sweet spot, so check it out. Brother had to pick it up. This is Painkiller Jane, Beautiful Killers, issue number 1. This is Jimmy Palamati story. Cover art by Juan Santa Cruz. Nope, take that back. Juan Santa Cruz is interior artwork. This cover is by Jennifer Van Damsel. And I was surprised when I looked at this. You can't tell when you're looking online or if you're looking at pictures of this, but this is actually like a embossed type of cover. This is just a fantastic book, man. Just I've been looking at this for a while, and I thought the cover art was stunning. Just a beautiful drawing. Clearly, she's standing in front of buildings in Italy. You got the guy on the boat on the, a canal or whatever the city is, sitting in the water. Just a fantastic book, man. So, like I said, finally, brother bit the bullet and went on ahead and grabbed it. And like I said, at a 9.9, after looking at it long enough, the grade alone made me say, yeah, it's time. Let me go ahead and get this. Just a fantastic book. Here's a book I was glad to finally get. You guys already know I like Mike Hoffman, so this was an easy buy. This is Teenage Murderbait. Just a dope Mike Hoffman. This is a fantastic high-grade copy. There's no doubt in my mind, if I got this graded, this would grade out easily at a 9.8. Just a fantastic artwork, man. Fantastic. Speaking of fantastic art, check this out. We've got SpiderGwen Annual, issue number 1. Just a fantastic 1 in 100 Virgin Incentive variant by Ji-Hung Lee. I showed a while ago. I bought quite a few of the cover A's, but I've had my eye on this 1 in 100 for a while. When it came out the gate, it was expensive, and I just knew. I said, give it time. It'll drop. It's still running around that 1 in 100 price. So if you can get this at 90, 80, you're doing good, man. This still sells well. And the reason why I can say that is because I've been following this for a while. I've been following people bidding on this, and every once in a while, one slips through the cracks. But this book still demands a nice little penny, and I think in the future, this is going to be one of those books. Just a beautiful book, man. Speaking of a beautiful book, I was surprised that I wanted to get something like this, but this cover is stunning. I mean, I kept looking at it and I was like, man, I don't care nothing about the company to put this out, because there's some other things they put out. I was like, nah, man, it ain't me. Don't get me wrong. There's some other things that I think they've got some really great variants and some really dope covers, but I just never was really feeling it enough to make me want to spend some money. And this book right here just made me give them their props. Maybe I'm just late to the game. I know there's been people that have collecting. The company I'm talking about is Tidal Wave Productions. I've seen a lot of the people showing books from Tidal Wave, and maybe I'm just late to the game. Time will tell. Especially we'll see what the market demands, man. But for me, when I saw this, I had to get it. Check this out. This moved the needle for me. This is Female Force. Gal Gadot. I don't know, it's issue 1 or whatever, but this was like one of those con variants, I want to say. This cover is outstanding. And I don't know if how it's gonna show up. Can you guys see that? Probably not. Anyway, if you in the clouds on her skin, you can actually see what looks like brush strokes. Like this was painted in oil. Like this is an oil painting. If this was an oil painting, I would love to have that OA. Chances are this could possibly be AI. You never know these days, but I don't know. You guys got to see it for yourself in person. This thing is unreal. I mean, the different depths of color just in the skin tones. I mean, when you we've got, what is going on here? We've got her skin tone, and then they threw like a pinkish peach highlights on her skin for muscle tone, for definition. We've got that pinkish yellows, greens in her flesh tones. They even threw a little bit on the boots, darkened it up, made it a little bit more red, gave it like a red rose type cover to sit on top of her boots. I just think this is unreal. The depth that was placed in the color, the composition. Like I said, I've told you guys before, I've dabbled in painting. Big fan from Bob Ross back in the day, you know, Mr. Happy Clouds, Happy Trees. But to be able to see brush strokes, or to be able to see the oil when it dries, and to see it dry in layers, to see this captured on this cover, just fantastic. This was a no-brainer for me. Anyway, this is from Tidal Wave Productions. Well done. Congratulations. This is Female Force, Gal Gadot, 18 out of 25. Another book that I've been wanting for a while. An opportunity presented itself, and so I was finally glad to pick this up. Check this out. For all my Lady Death collectors out there, check this out. This is Lady Death Nightmare Symphony, issue number 1. This is known as the Fusion Edition. This is number 107 out of 150. Just dope Mike DeBuffalo cover. Just fantastic, man. Fantastic book. Glad to add this to the collection. So you guys know I talk about sometimes it can be difficult to decide how you want in your haul video. I decided this time I want to do an artist spotlight. I want to talk about a guy that I've never seen anybody talk about. And when I ran into his books, just off the chain. Off the chain. Anyway, the guy that I'm talking about, his name is Monty Moore. So for the first book that I want to show, check this out. Another Lady Death. This is Lady Death, Chaos Rules, issue number 1. Just a fantastic Monty Moore cover. So, you guys know how I do. Once I get started, I go down a little bit of a rabbit hole in my research. I want to see what else this guy was doing. Before I show the book that blew me away, that I had to get, check this one out. This is a book by Zenoscope called their Gallery Edition, the Vicon Natalia swimsuit issue. This thing is limited to 25 copies, and just another fantastic Monty Moore cover. And like I said, I've looked at a bunch of his stuff. He can vary his artwork. I think one of the reasons why he might not have popped off is because, especially when you look at this Lady Death, you can see other artists' influence. First person I thought of, again, was like the cover I just showed you, Mike DeBuffalo. But then when you look at something like this, it's like, why don't you do more stuff like this, man? This cover is unbelievable. It really is. This is fantastic. And like I said, this thing is limited to 25 copies. It may be one of those things where people never find out about it, and it may just be there's so few, it's just so unknown that it won't be worth anything. But for me and the way I like to collect, this is just a beautiful cover. Anyway, this is Zenoscope's Vicon Natalia swimsuit Gallery Edition, issue limited to 25 copies. So let me get this out the way for my last book. What made me start looking at Monty Moore, right? When I saw this book, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. It took me a long time to pull that trigger, and I don't know how hard this book is to find, but I haven't seen any more online. If they pop up, when again it might pop up, I don't know. But needless to say, this is what turned me on to Monty Moore. Check this out. This is a Hardly Thin issue number 1 book. Just I don't know what to say about this. This cover is unbelievable. The depth of the colors, just the way he drew this female. Obviously, it's like a homaging Harley Quinn, but this is fantastic, man. This is really well done. And it's limited to 125. This is number 4 of 125. They did a set. He also did a virgin variant of this book. Check that out. I mean, this cover is phenomenal. I can't speak on this enough, how good this cover is. I mean, you got to see it in hand to believe it. There is so much going on this book. I'd love to see this in black and white. I really would. I mean, this is fantastic. So, like I said, I want to spotlight for you guys Monty Moore. Check him out. Who knows? Maybe one day this could be about something. Then again, you never know. That's the game we play. That's why people always tell you, collect what you like and you will never go wrong. And with that, you know what time it is. This is your boy, 666. Until next time, I'm out.